Hey, welcome back. So last time we talked, we discussed three core tenets of a strong group or organizational culture. Number one was was safe spaces. Number two was shared vulnerability, and number three was reinforcement of purpose and direction. So for the next few installments of this series, what I really want to go into is some brass tacks, some tactical things that we've done internally to back up one of those three. And we're going to start with safe spaces, excuse me. Safe spaces, one of the key tenets of building good safe spaces is camaraderie, trust in each other. And one of the concepts that really rang true to me when I read about a lot of this was the installation of what's called collision spaces, where you get people together, they talk, they share ideas, they bounce things around in a comfortable and natural environment. It really can't be forced, but if you put them into a comfortable situation, they start to talk and engage with each other. So some companies do this intentionally with cafeterias. They have very good cafeterias, so people are motivated to stay on site, go to the cafeteria, have their lunch, chat with people that are in the cafeteria, share ideas, talk about things, cross-pollinate ideas, and that sort of stuff. Sometimes companies do this with offsites, with get-togethers, that sort of thing. Verity is actually is a very remote company. Most of the company members don't really work in an office together. So having a cafeteria or having a lot of those get-togethers isn't something that we could do. So we needed to come up with a way to develop some collision spaces that was easy for remote and, to be honest, not as expensive as having our own cafeteria. So the first one of those that we did that's actually quite easy to implement is we do a concept called open forums. And it's really nothing more elaborate than what it sounds. It's really an opportunity for people to jump into an established Zoom room and talk about what's going on, talk about sports, talk about football, talk about things that are going on with the company. And it was quite easy to implement. All I did was basically, send a note out to everybody at the company saying, listen, here are the times when open forums occur. I'm going to put these on your calendar. Jump in as if you want, leave when you want, don't come ever if you don't want. But it's an opportunity for you to jump in and have these types of conversations. And then all I do is I open up the Zoom room, turn the camera on, work in the background when no one else is around. And then when people come in, we engage in these conversations. And like I said, we talk about whatever comes out, sports, work-related stuff, challenges, personal stuff that people are going through. I found it worked really well when I was managing a team of individuals in the past because it gave everybody an opportunity to chat directly with me and not necessarily during one of our standard one-on-ones. It's a great idea. It works well, but I do want to add one caveat. If it's somewhat of an alien concept to people, it takes a little bit for it to really establish a foothold. So don't get discouraged if the first few times you have one of these, no one shows up. Thankfully, I'm pretty good at having parties and having no one show up. So it didn't really bother me that much. I only cried for a couple of weeks when the attendance was zero. But eventually people started to come and we started to have some great, not only responses, but great conversations about it. So it brings people together. It gives them an opportunity to talk. It helps build camaraderie and trust. And the beautiful part about it is it's easy to implement. It's really inexpensive. So there's one idea. I got a couple more coming in the next few weeks. So thanks. Bye.